On flight day 2, the crew will wake up, and if I could roll the video of the inspection, please. There we go. I think y'all may have seen this before. This is the inspection video. They'll pull out the arm, and they'll do scans starting on the starboard side and the aft, just looking for any ascent damage that may have occurred. And we'll do a pan tilt survey there of the back end, including the OMS pod, checking for the thermal blankets and the towels and the T0 umbilicals, making sure everything's in good shape after ascent. And then they will maneuver forward, and they'll do several racetrack patterns, scanning the reinforced carbon-carbon along the leading edge of the wings there, making sure those things are in good shape and that no damage was incurred during ascent time. This process takes about 6 hours, so it's much of the crew day on flight day 2. The wings each take a couple of hours each, and then they spend the balance of the time working on the nose cap and the other surveys. And the crews train this a lot and obviously ready to go execute. It's the same survey we've been doing for several flights now. With all that data that is coming from the ascent team, from the ascent imagery on the ground that we downlink from the orbiter post-launch, and then this data, and as well as the R-bar pitch maneuver, all that data is going to be reviewed by the teams on the ground. The debris damage assessment team will gather all that data, and they'll look at it and compare it to baseline data. They're looking for any damage that may have occurred during ascent to be sure that the vehicle's in good shape. And after about a day and a half, sometime around when the crew's going to sleep on flight night 3, they'll be able to report to us if they require a focused inspection. So if they see something of concern, they want to get a better look. We got some specific instruments on that orbiter boom system for that. We'll go and have a look at those, any area that they might be concerned about, and we would do that on flight day 6. If that's not required, of course, we get a clean bill of health from them. We'll be very excited. And that, frankly, is our anticipation that the vehicle will be in good shape. Once they tell us after flight night 3 if a focused inspection is not required, that team, the damage assessment team, will continue to do their reviews and then report to the MMT after a couple more days, probably of more rigorous analysis, comparing all the baseline, making sure everything's just completely good. They will report to the MMT their report, and based on that, we hope to be able to clear Discovery's TPS to be safe for entry. And of course, you'll hear that from the folks when we come back in here on those days. I know you guys have followed these debris assessment, damage assessment things from flight to flight to flight, and lately they've been very, very clean, and we're very excited about that and have every expectation that this one will come back just the same, very clean. And we'll be able to execute the rest of the flight nominally. Let that video play out. Once they're done with the scans, they're going to go ahead and park the OBSS. They'll put it back in its place on the starboard sill, and then they'll put the RMS, shuttle RMS, over in a pre-cradle position, getting ready for docking on flight day 3. For this inspections, of course, I mentioned them already, but I'll say it again. Steve, Eric, and Al are all trained and qualified and ready to go execute these inspections, and we'll see which one of them actually flies the arm, who helps, and which roles they play, but I expect they're going to swap out a little bit as they go. And there you can see in the videos being parking the arm, ready for flight day 3. So again, overnight, flight day 2, we're looking at all the data. The ground team, the engineers on the ground are rigorously analyzing it, making sure that Discovery's in good shape, heat shield is in good shape.